Welcome to CrashRacer. Today we're playing U-Star GP. So this is going to be the final video of what is our first Grand Prix season, the 1980s season, and things couldn't be any more close. With 2 Grand Prix to go, we are level at the top of the table with Gilles Verville, both on 44 points. So let's see how we get on as we come into the race 9 at the Rhine. Well, here's a good bit of luck to start with, a cash bonus kiss and tell news story. That gives us 200 bucks to spend on top of what we've already got. Yeah, let's go for this upgrade. It's going to improve our handling and speed slightly. And then let's get into the Grand Prix. Oh, here's the chief engineer. It's never normally good news when the engineer rings. 20% risk of badly malfunctioning, or pay 200 bucks. I don't think we can afford to take the risk, so we're going to have to pay the 200. Okay, rain then for the first 2 laps for sure is the forecast, but then it's likely to be bright, then a risk of showers in the final 2 laps as well. Yeah, I think 2 stops is going to be the best option. It gives us more flexibility for tyre changes, especially if the weather's going to be changing throughout the race. Gilles Verville is in P1. Unfortunately, no qualifying in this game, so we are going to be starting from P10 as always, so a lot of work to do. See if we can get ourselves a good start, try and time it. That's a good start, very good start. Let's try and get around all these swerving cars. Nigel Mawson will certainly swerve. No, we're past and up into 6th place. Good start then. Just what we needed. Just got to be very careful for these first few corners while the tyres are warming up. Also, very easy to skid the car on the curbs when they're wet as well. I can just settle in behind 5th place here though. That will be a good start. Looks like 7th is closing up though. Not too bad through that section. Yeah, the weather I think is going to have a big effect on this race. It looks like weather's going to change at least once, and maybe again, and it's just when those changes are going to happen. Are they going to tie up with the pit stop timings, or are they going to be in between, which will really throw a spanner in the works? We're up into 5th place though, very good first lap. We might get the run here as well. Can we get past before the first corner? No, not quite. Right in behind, just hit the back of them slightly. No damage to the car though, I don't think. No, we're alright. Lead 3 cars starting to string out slightly. We'll be coming in at the end of this lap. I'm guessing that everyone else will as well. Of course, if the weather's like this, we're going to have to go for wet tyres again, even though there's a good possibility it's then going to go dry. Still lightning in the sky. The sky not really clearing at the moment. I mean, if we're going to go in and get wet tyres, I'm hoping it is going to keep raining for at least another lap. You can sort of get away with wet tyres for an extra lap because you can keep driving through the puddles, but don't be driving for too long like that. Got the auto pit stop perk, so yeah, the pit crew are automatically going for wet tyres. I could overrule that, but I'm not going to, and hopefully they give us just enough fuel for another 2 laps. That's all we need. Don't want to put any more fuel than that on and slow ourselves down. Can we sneak ahead of this car? No, not quite. Into 6th place then. That car has just been pushed slightly wide though, and we can sneak past, can we, if we can hold it? Yeah, back up into 5th. 3rd and 4th. Fairly close ahead. In fact, it's just the leader that's pulled a slight gap now. I've made a bit of a mess of that corner, but it's okay. I think the sky is definitely brightening and the rain is not quite as heavy as it was before, so I wouldn't be surprised if the rain stops shortly. That wouldn't be too bad actually, because we could even if the rain stopped now, we could comfortably get another lap at these wet tyres. In fact, a lot of cars are going in as well. They're going to change to dries. We can put in a really quick lap now on these wet tyres. Try and keep them cool by going through as many of the puddles as we can. This could put us in a really strong position. I guess it depends as well what tyres those cars that have gone into the pits have put on. They could obviously put the hard compound on, and that would get them through to the end of the race if they filled up with fuel as well, but they'd be quite heavy on fuel as well. But if they go for the soft compound, then they could possibly eke them out to 3 laps, but they might have to pit again. Right, we are of course going to be coming into the pits at the end of this lap. It looks like it is Verville, who we are tied at the top of the leaderboard with, who's behind us, or the closest car behind us, about 4 seconds behind. I'm hoping that they've got to come in. Right, we are into the pits. Are they going to come in as well? We're not going to see until we come out now. So I'm assuming we're going to have soft tyres go on here. No, the engineer's chosen wet tyres. Do I want to overrule that and go for softs? Do they know something I don't know? I'm just going to leave it. I don't know why they've done that. They've put wet tyres on. Obviously the track's still very slightly wet, but it's sunny at the moment. There was a risk of a shower later, so maybe that's what we're going to get. I think this is a risk. If the track stays dry now, then we are going to be slow, and those cars behind us are going to be coming past. I'm going to have to defend here. The sky is going slightly grey. If we do get another shower, then I'm going to be in a strong position. If it doesn't, then yeah, I think we're going to get overtaken by a lot of cars here. Doing everything I can to defend at the moment, but it's going to be very tough to hold all these cars behind us for a whole another lap. There's kind of squeeze again just about every time they're coming up close. Oh, shower forecast, that is exactly what I needed. And Verville is pitting as well. That's perfect. Some of those cars behind are going to pit. Even if they don't, we're now going to be on the right tyres, and some of these other cars aren't. So we're on the final lap, still in second place. Verville has managed to get in and out of the pits ahead of us. Unfortunately, they're still 5.5 seconds ahead. So unless they make a big mistake, then they are still going to win the race. Car behind is pushing us a little bit, so I guess they're probably on wet tyres as well. But it does mean the worst we're going to get by the look of it is third place now, which is not bad, but hopefully we can hold on for second. Obviously I need to if possible, because we're then going to be into the final Grand Prix of the season, and I'm going to have a few points to catch up on Verville, who's across the line and I'm guessing has already won the race. We've got enough boost now to power ahead, keep ahead of that car, and we're going to get a well-deserved second place. So well done to the pit crew there. Wondered why they'd put the wet tyres on in that second pit stop, but it probably was the right choice. Yeah, second place, 10 seconds down from Verville, but still a good result. And what's that done? So of course we're still in second place, but we're now 4 points behind going into the final race of the season. There we are in second place. We should get some good rewards then. Yeah, plenty of books, some more event cups as well. That is going to unlock another perk. Let's see what the two options are going to be and which one I'm going to choose, and then am I actually going to select the perk as well. Start 9th or get turbo boost from the start grid. Easier turbo boost. I think we'll go for that one, keep the chief engineer happy. Not sure if I'm going to use any of them. So it's all down then to the final race of the season, and it's going to be at Cote d'Azur. Going to license some tech, might as well use a little bit. Can get 5 laps there of better tyre grip, which will come in handy, especially on a track like this. Okay, let's get into the final Grand Prix of the season. So yeah, as it says, we're sitting in second with 50 points. We are 4 points behind Verville, so ideally we need to win the race here, could either do a 1-stop or a 2-stop. Looks like it's going to be sunny throughout the whole race. 2 stops, they say, is a good choice. Yeah, as it said, with the soft tyres and all the corners on this track, we need that grip, so I think that's going to be the best option. Right, Verville is on P1, so we've got a lot of catching up to do, and of course on a track like this, the Monaco Grand Prix, there's not a lot of easy places to overtake. Really need to try and time a good start here. That's not bad actually. Didn't want to be too brave and risk having a bad start, but that's a decent start. It's going to put us up into 7th unless we can sneak past. Yeah, up into 6th then, as we come into this first tight right hand corner, then up the hill. Gentle right coming up, and then into a tighter right hand corner, and then down the hill to the very tight famous left hand bend. Got a car right in behind, need to brake hard here. Woo. Get that back end round. Now into the tricky harbour section. A lot of difficult corners here, some very high speed, but then some where you just need to ease off a little bit as well. Well, we've managed to keep it out the barriers for now. It's very unforgiving, this race. If you overshoot one of the corners, you're immediately into the barriers and likely to do the car damage like that car's just done. They ran wide slightly. I think they caught the inside barrier, which then threw them wide, and we're up into 5th. 2 cars side by side ahead, which is not ideal for us getting past. Can I hold position here? Whoa, again there's been contact. The outside car slid wide, and that is Verville actually. We are right behind the championship leader. Made up another 2 places, up into 3rd. So we're not really too bothered about who's in the lead. We just need to get ahead of that car in front if possible. I mean, we're 4 points behind in the championship, so I don't know what the points difference is, but I have a feeling the points difference isn't 4 points if we were to get ahead, say finishing 2nd and they were 3rd. So I might need to get up into the lead if I can do that. We're going to be coming into the pits at the end of this lap. Yeah, we certainly need some more fuel and of course a fresh set of tyres as well. Let's see what everyone else is doing. Verville's not come in. They're staying out. How's this going to work then? So yeah, we've got a very grippy set of tyres once they get up to speed. Is Verville using the hard tyres? I guess they are, and that might mean that they're not going to find it quite as easy with grip around these corners. Of course, we've licensed that tech as well, which has given us slightly improved tyre wear as well, which could again come in handy. But I think, was that only licensed for 4 laps? If it is, that's going to expire during the race. Let's not worry about that for now then. We're still in 6th place then. Brake hard. That's a slightly better corner. Get the power down again. So difficult on this track. There's so many corners where you're just desperate to get back on the power, and you've got to wait and wait. And if you are tempted to get on that power just slightly too early, you then waste a lot of time going just a little bit wide. Fifth place is in, so we're going to make 1 place up. Verville must be in as well. Are we going to leapfrog them then and get ahead? The leader's out. There's 2nd place. That is Verville. Can we get past into this corner? I need to get past. Yep, there was no way I was going to back out of that. We have jumped in front of them at the pits. Now, only problem is, of course, they probably don't have to pit again unless there's any weather change, which it's not forecast to be. They don't have to pit again, and we do. So somehow I've got to try and get a gap between them and ourselves. It's going to be tough. We're on the grippier soft tyres. Theirs are going to be coming up to heat now, whereas ours are just going to be going over the top. And yeah, this isn't. I don't think this is going to work out. They are still right behind us, and we need to come into the pits now at the end of this lap. Of course, then I've just got to put in 2 really blistering quick final laps and hope that's enough to catch them up, maybe as their tyres are then starting to go off towards the end of the race. Right, as soon as that light changes, let's go. Where's this going to put us? Out into a nice position, actually, if we can. Yeah, we're going to hold it coming into this corner, so into 3rd. So in terms of our race strategy, we've done pretty well, I think. Who's that with brake failure? P2. So P2's got brake failure ahead of us. So where's Verville now? Are they in the lead? I can only imagine they're in the lead. So if that's the case, we've got to somehow get ahead of them. We've also got to watch this car that's immediately ahead of us. Can't quite see them yet, but they can't be far ahead because they've got problems with their brakes. I need to get past them as quickly as possible. We've got 4th and 5th breathing down our neck as well now. Of all the tracks, this is certainly one you don't want to have brake failure on. I've made a big mistake, so let's rewind. Try to take too much speed into that. I'm really pushing this as hard as I can. It's all down to this final race, and we have got a lot of work still to do. Whoa, again, just managed to keep the wheels out the side of the barriers. Throwing it round these corners. Car that got brake failure was coming to the pits, I guess hoping to fix it. There's our buff expired, our licensed tech. Yeah, Verville is in the lead and they're 8 seconds ahead. We're on the final lap. Unless something happens, I don't think we're going to catch them. Don't think we're going to catch them at all, and we've got 3rd place fairly close in behind us. I mean, 2nd place will be a good result for this race, but it's not going to be enough to snatch the overall championship for this season. Got to say, I've really enjoyed this season. It's been cut and thrust all the way, and we've managed to get ourselves into the race, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I don't know. Oh, big mistake again. Another rewind. Let's try that corner again. Yeah, that's a bit better. I don't know, because I know you can get promoted then up to the 1990s season, which will be great fun. I don't know if you have to win though the championship, or if it's maybe the top 2 or 3 that get promoted. I guess we're going to find out soon. So 2nd place, very good race, very good result, but unfortunately it's not quite as much as we needed. Verville won at a bit of a canter, really, quite a long way ahead at the end. Here we go, final points total. Yeah, 2nd place, Verville won with 64 points, we got 56, and then 3rd place was with 43, was it? So 2nd place for the race. Again, some extra perks. I guess we can take those into next season and spend them. And there we go. There is the podium for the championship itself. Disappointed 4th and 3rd place. There we are in 2nd place, and Verville wins the championship season. They are the world champion for this year. Well, we've pushed them hard all the way to the end of the season, and I hope you've enjoyed watching. See you soon.